hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Well, hello. A random live.
Whoa, a random live.
Right? Yeah, I got stuck. I couldn't put the game together. Couldn't get a game together because I got stuck doing different things today. Like I was doing all the work I do in the morning to set up the morning show and did it tonight. And then I got it. Then the smartwatch came in the mail, and it's outsmarting me. And maybe I should just got an AI watch. Kidding. That's funny. But seriously though, how are you doing tonight?
I am, well, now that I'm home from work, I am chilling with you, and I'm going to be going through my box of good green cards to grab what I had of this mono green deck that I'm making. I got it uploaded onto Moxfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, this deck is a prime example of why you can't just throw a deck into one of these websites and it tell you how powerful it is.
Yeah.
Because according to Moxfield, this is a bracket 2 deck. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going to tell you, sir, this deck is not bracket 2. This deck absolutely slams.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes a ton of mana because it's just running it's mono green, so I don't have to run. I run, how many non-basics am I running? Like 7? Yeah, I run like 7 non-basic lands. The other of the 38 lands are just forests.
Right.
And it runs all of the 4 mana cost. Hey, go find 2 basic lands and put them into play.
Belay. Hello. Hi.
And I'm doing that like all the time.
Yeah.
So it ramps really fast. You know, you're a lot of times I'm untapping 6 mana on 3. 6 mana on 3 is a lot of mana. And that's, and that's not counting if I get lucky and hit the Soul Ring or something like that, which the case that number's higher.
Right.
This deck is not a bracket 2 deck. I would not even contemplate sitting down at a table with this deck at bracket 2. It would be beyond unfun for everybody involved.
Right. I get that. I have a deck that's just like that. It's technically bracket 2 by the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it fits in bracket 3. Like it competes more fair in bracket 3, which is Kali of the Vast.
Oh yeah, Kali of the Vast that deck's almost impossible to make bracket 2 unless you just don't put a bunch of angels and demons and stuff in it for her to trigger.
Right? Like it's slow to start up, but it goes. All right. Asham, hello. Welcome.
I mean, I can drop the 8 mana card, the 8 mana cost Galta sometimes on turn 3. And that's absurd, right?
Right.
So this deck is not a bracket 2. It's not super. It's in this weird spot where it's not a bracket 2, but it's kind of like a lower end to middle tier bracket 3.
Right.
Because I mean, it's just a bunch of creatures, right? And creatures die to board wipes all the time.
Right.
So.
Hello, MVP. What's up?
Woot.
For sure. Like my Kalia deck could definitely use some more love in the deck building process, but once you get Kali out, you usually swing on some big old fatty.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Kali of the Vast, she is the very definition of a kill on-site commander.
And it's like our friend Clore, who decided to play a deck for the first time. Played his Elves deck that he just built, this red-green deck he said he just built. and by turn 3 has a win condition on board, and
Oh
everybody.
yeah.
He's laughing because he played it, and he's like, "This is trouble." And I'm like, "Well, you can't just bracket your deck off the bracket system. You have to take in the words of Gavin. You got to justify it fairly based on the power level of the deck."
Yeah, you can't just like I go up here. It says bracket info.
Mm-hmm.
You have not specified a bracket, but for search purposes only, this deck will be treated as a bracket 2. No, we're going to fix this. We're going to set this to bracket 3. I'm going to hit save.
Right.
That way, if somebody does search for a Bugenhagen bracket 3 deck, they'll come across this because I don't want somebody to see this deck and be like, oh, this doesn't have any game changers in it. It's just a bunch of big fatties and go, yeah, this would be great to play at bracket 2. It's not. Do not play this at bracket 2, please. I beg you.
Right. Lone Wolf, what's up? Sorry, I didn't say hi sooner, but hello, Lone Wolf, Mrs. Fiddlesticks. Hello, Mrs. Hillbilly. Whoa.
Woot woot. I love Mrs. Hillbilly. Mrs. Hillbilly is an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, and my whole family is. So I love it.
Teacher dude, hey, now I'm a big fatty. I'm pretty sure I'm a bigger fatty than you. My doctor says so.
I mean, are you a Gulta Stampede Tyrant on 3? Because that's a fatty.
Right.
That's a fatty.
That's right. Ooh, Hillbilly. Well, welcome.
Oh. Well, he's in the dark, but he's here. So he has power. He's just hanging out in the dark.
That's right. We're just chilling. My icon's off because I'm eating an apple as we're talking. Don't want to eat in front of everybody.
You did what?
I'm eating an apple.
No.
The doctor says he'll stay away if I eat an apple a day.
Yeah. I guess I'll join you in the darkness.
There you go. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So it's official. I got that Korn album that I ripped on 2 different devices. I got it on my MP3 player and on my phone.
I bought that album when it came out, like the day that the greatest hits dropped. Because at the time they were my favorite band, and they've been my favorite band for many years. I actually knew a girl from Bakersfield who sent me somewhere. I have a copy of their demo tape, like an actual cassette. That was their demo that they handed out at their shows after Jonathan Davis left his old band, which was called Sex Art, and joined up with Korn. Right. And they're my favorite band for many years.
Nice.
Well, I'm getting another Commander deck on the 6th.
Nice.
Ooh, what are you getting, Hillbilly?
The Blight Curse.
It's a fun deck. It's a really fun deck. When we do our Commander tournament, I think that deck will be at the Final Four table. I just think it's just really solid, and it's not super threatening. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, this isn't going to do like a bunch of crazy stuff, and it really doesn't do a ton of crazy stuff. It just values a lot.
Values important.
Well, you and your mom are both awesome, Mrs. Hillbilly. My whole family are Buckeyes fans.
Nice. That's awesome. Buckeyes. I don't know who they are. I don't.
It's the team from Ohio State.
Right. Are they college?
Ohio State. They are, yes.
Okay. That's a good reason why I wouldn't know who they are. I don't follow college football.
My grandpa went to school there. That's the reason my whole family roots for him.
Yeah, what I have to listen to every time they're playing football. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I know.
Yep.
Okay. I hear it.
Well, that's pretty cool. Wait till they go to the Chili Bowl.
We lost this year, but the team we lost to made it to the championship, and then lost to the other team we lost to this year. We lost 2 games all year, and that was 1 to Indiana and 1 to Miami.
Wow. My parents tried getting me to become Penn State fans, but I just couldn't follow college football. Like I can't follow sports at all. I barely follow the Steelers, and that's because I get Facebook updates.
You're probably better off having not rooted for Penn State, because when you would have wanted to root for Penn State would have been in a real bad time for Penn State.
Yeah, the Penn State, like when we were kids, they got us hats and everything, and I'm like, we live in Utah.
Do they provide you with a pen?
Ha ha! Oh, hey, hey. Got it.
Now, my buddy Nick, he's a Penn State fan. But he has family who works there.
I mean, a lot of my family lives in Pennsylvania. So, they're big Steelers and Penn State fans, except my Uncle Joe. He's an Eagles fan, diehard and true. But like, I'm a Steelers fan because I have roots in Pennsylvania. That's how it started.
Makes sense.
And I followed them. And even though I lived in Utah, I never supported any of the Utah teams. And I will never, ever, and I mean never, ever support the Denver Broncos, even though a lot of Utahns do.
I got
my uncle works for the accounting firm who does the Broncos stuff. So he gets all kinds of tickets and goes to games and stuff, which is cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Hillbilly?
I got one card for upgrade for my blight deck. That's the Obelisk Spider.
Yeah, good card.
I do have that.
Yep.
Let's see.
I've got one sitting right here, still in my top loader, that I need to put into mine. I just I can't. I don't know what I'm taking out for it.
Mm.
Like it's because it's very good. I need to put it in there, but I just
Look at
very
it.
difficult decision.
Look at this, Hillbilly.
Oh, yep.
Yep, the Demir Ashiok.
Yeah. You got Scavenging Ooze,
Nice.
Psychic Strike, Soul Manipulation, Mortality Spear, Ashiok Dream Renderer.
That Dream
That's the
Render,
super good one.
that Dream Render and that new Born song
Uh-huh.
can really mess somebody up.
Mm-hmm. There's a Growth Spiral, a Gaze of Granite. This is a fun card. Soul Charm. Yeah.
Hey, that elf that you just passed is the one that we gave out for the Farhaven elf. That was the promo card that you got for playing in the Two-Headed Giant event at your WPN store.
Yeah, I wish I could have gone because I wanted that old border version. That card.
Yep. It is.
Mhm.
Super cool.
Death Presence, Paranoid Delusions, Mystic Snake. Oh, there's a random Grizzle Brand.
Yeah, Grizzle Band.
Grizzle Band.
I'm still waiting on mine.
What do you think I'm showing you?
Oh.
These are cards I'm going to send to you.
Oh.
Reality Shift. That card's great.
Reality Shift. I don't know if you have one in. I don't know if you have a Reality Shift in your Mothman deck.
I can look real quick.
It's very good removal.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of my favorite pieces of removal is Corrupted Conscience. It's slow,
Oh yeah,
but it does the job.
it does.
And a foily one with the wind.
Cool.
That's because he needs that for his new Sultai deck he's trying to put together. You take the Seshok out of the sleeve. But yeah.
No.
Toward if we end up with an extra of those Farhaven elves, I'll get you one from the lounge.
Sweet. I appreciate that.
I don't have one.
All right. So these cards I'm sending you with your tokens. I finally just got a box I can send your stuff in, so that's why they're late. Because I don't want to pay shipping for 2 of these packages.
Right.
Because that's like more money than I do. But if I put them all in one package like this, it will cost less money.
Yep.
It'll probably cost a little more money than one, but yeah.
Did he tell you what I did to him, Ray-Man?
I don't think so.
I'll send him some cards. I'll let him tell you how I packed them.
Oh, I did. Never mind. I saw this actually.
They were in a
I was
box.
like, I don't think he told me, but he didn't tell me because I saw it.
They were in a box, inside a box, inside another box, inside another box.
Look, Hillbilly was willing to pay the shipping on that. Each box he added more weight, making that thing cost more money.
Didn't care. It was good for a good laugh.
But it's like it was worth every second and penny of it.
Right?
Exactly.
TCG's is confiscated standard legal. I think the OG printing was there's a saga. Yeah.
I believe that was great that it was Saga.
I had Teferi as a kid on the artwork. Foundation was such a banger set. Foundations is a banger set.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
And I thought it's supposed to be in print still for its longevity and standard.
Supposed to be.
I haven't seen any boxes of it.
Hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually talking to Brandon about this. Foundations is only hard to find because stores aren't buying it. It is available. It's available right now at distro, at regular distro prices. It's not one of the sets that's being price gouged by distro, which is happening, by the way. If you go into your LGS and they are charging you an arm and a leg, it's not just because they're being greedy assholes, which they could be possible,
right?
But distro is not charging like distro prices. We have bought a couple boxes and we paid above MSRP, and that's from distro. That's from our distributors. We paid above MSRP just to get them in the shop so we would have them for our customers. But with Foundation specifically, it's available. Your hobby stores can order it from distro at normal price. It's not being spiked because no one really wants it. And I don't know why, because it is such a good set with so many like really solid cards. There's a lot of really good commander cards in it.
Right.
But it's also got some just banger standard cards.
Well,
like High Fate Trickster.
Well, I think some people's problem about Foundations is a reprint set. But it's still some great cards, though.
I thought it was like half reprints and half new cards.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think there is some new stuff because High Fate Trickster, that was a new card, right?
Mm-hmm. Same with that Eldrazi in the set.
Yeah, but most of them are reprints and Foundations. Unless I'm wrong about that. Which I could be.
I mean, there definitely are a decent amount of reprints in the set. No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
I mean, you got an offer you can't refuse in this set. I know, because I found one the other day. I'm like, I forgot I had this. It's insane.
Is this listed? I'm looking at the Foundation stuff. I want to see. I'm looking to see if this has other printings. Promotional. No. Okay. So here are the commanders from Foundations that were new to Foundations. Tiny Bones Bobble Burglar. So not the other Tiny Bones, but this one. Niv Mizzet Visionary. Loot Exuberance Explorer. Alicia Who Laughs at Fate, not the Laughs at Death. Zamone Paradox Sculptor. Coma the World Eater. Kaikar Zephyr Awakener. Alinda Saint of Dusk. Erhabo the First Fang. Zul Ashor Lich Lord. Kiora the Rising Tide. And then there are a lot of reprinted commanders as well. Some of them desperately needed reprints.
Yeah.
They're good.
And some of these cards are still over $10, like Aurelia, the War Leader. Like that was reprinted in Foundations, still $10.
Michael Superbacker. Man, all these comments just jumped up on me. Hello, Michael Super Becca. Hello. TGD says Foundation's around. I haven't been able to go to my local store, game store, to see if they have any. And he says, hit that like button. Oh, you hit that like button. You hit that like button. You all hit that like button. You all get to hit the like button. Lucky you guys. Like, make it sound like it's a prize.
What's up, MSB?
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So.
Oh, and wait, is Blasphemous Edict, was that new to Foundations? Oh my, it is, right?
No, Blasphemous Edict, the white one?
The black one.
The black one, yeah. That was new to
Foundations. And that card is super good.
I remember pulling one. It was awesome.
Yep.
Oh, and Twin Flame Tyrant. That's also new for Foundations. That card's bonkers.
Right. Twin Flame Tyrant. So good.
High Fate Trickster. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. There's a lot of really good cards in that set.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get the love it deserves. Leyline Axe. I love this card.
It's been a while since I've even pulled any Foundation. I mean, any packs, any boxes. I ain't bought a box in a while now.
Oh yeah, Sire of Seven Deaths. This card's in my green deck. This card's awesome.
So good.
Yeah. First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink, Ward pay 7 life on a 7/7 body. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Yeah, they're like, how do we make an Eldrazi good without giving Annihilator?
That.
Right? Let's just staple on a bunch of keyword abilities.
Give it a whole bunch of keywords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's quite a few cards in this set that hitting, and some of them are just rares and they're not necessarily mythics, that hitting them would pay for your box.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least close, right?
Right.
And I know that's something that a lot of people look at when they look at if they want to buy a box, what are the odds that I make my money back on it? You could definitely get some really solid hits out of a Foundations box.
Mm-hmm.
I do hate that 2 of the most expensive cards in the entire set are from Jumpstart, though. I dislike this immensely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Omniscience, another card I need from the set, was reprinted in Foundations.
Oh, yeah.
Rise of Dark Realms, another reprint I need for a deck. When they're pricey.
Yeah, they're still expensive, but not as bad as they were.
I remember pulling a doubling season from a booster box when I got it for my birthday.
I like to point out that Boros Charm is an uncommon, and it's $5.
Yep. $5.
Like, Boros Charm is a $5 uncommon from Foundations.
Foundations. Yeah, the Foundations has a lot of good reprints. Boros Charm is good in, I think, Modern. When people do run it in Commander.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It won me a game. It didn't win me a game. It won me and Todd our two-headed giant tournament.
Right.
Because somebody went to board wipe, and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna Boros Charm. And they're like, oh well, that's the game.
But that wasn't in Foundations, was it?
Boros Charm, yeah, it is.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one with the little silver star on it right now.
Why did I not see? Red.
I don't know. It's $8 on Card Kingdom, or $4.82 on TCG Player for the Foundation.
That's the only card I have for my upgrade.
Oh yeah, the Stranger Things looking monster.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think it came out in that set.
That didn't come out of that set.
Basilisk Collar, another like $5 card that's just really good.
That's his color. Bastos color is just always good. People run that in Commander like no other.
Oh yeah, I've got one in my Gearson Starn deck.
Huh.
Authority of the Consoles, $5.
Is Mythic Spoiler not as good as a site as it used to be anymore?
They don't have none of the turtles leaks up.
Like I'm looking at the spoilers for Foundations, I don't see Boros Charm at all. I even went to their multicolor section to look at the multicolor cards. It popped up more cards, but I still don't see Boros Charm.
Hang on. Do-do-do. Oh, boom. Foundations. Share. Take a look at your screen, my friend. Boros Charm with the little silver foundations.
No, I believe you. I'm just wondering why it's not showing.
I'm not sure. I was just looking for it on EDH Rec because they've got it listed here. They got commanders from Foundations. Then they have the reprints, and then they have the new cards plus the Jumpstart cards, and then you can actually just look at the reprints.
TG Dude, sadly, Foundations isn't on the list for my future box battles. Right?
I will stop sharing my screen.
Look, everybody, coffee beans.
Coffee beans.
But yeah, but hella good sets.
Yeah.
Like how tough is it to play a good set like that? Like I don't know if I pulled this. No, I'm looking through the wrong cards. I'm looking through cards I took out to upgrade Hearthroll with a long time ago, which I need to put back in boxes.
The Liliana that I run in Sephiroth was in this set. I don't know if mine is from Foundations though. It might be because that's probably when I bought it. Let's see. Oh, got the big box of cards here. Seth. Where are you, Lily?
Mm-hmm.
Which one do I? Yeah, there's my pretty foil Blasphemous Edict from that set. And my pretty foil Massacre Worm from that same set. God, so many cards in this deck I just did not see the other night. Because I just kept drawing lands. Nope. My Liliana Dreadhorde General is from War of the Spock.
War of the Spark.
You run 9 Lives Familiar from Foundations because that card's awesome.
Oh, I have one somewhere. I don't never done anything with it.
I mean, if you're playing Aristocrats, it's phenomenal. If not, then it's just like, well, I guess I can block a few times before it goes away forever.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, don't go away forever. Yeah, there's a jump start in Foundation set. Mike's back there because Wizard of the Coast thinks it's always a great idea to throw a jump start set somewhere.
Yep.
They're doing what they say 60 themes for Marvel, which is more than they've done for any other set.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
Ridiculous.
they don't want another Spider-Man on their hands. That's why they're doing that.
Yeah, they want to foul, but they want to make that money.
They do want to make that money.
Yeah, like when they get $1 billion just off one set, they're always like, man, how do we make more money?
Really?
I don't think that anything will ever top Final Fantasy.
Not for a while, but yeah.
I'm not sure anything ever will. Because think about it, like the Final Fantasy was the biggest selling, Lord of the Rings, the original Lord of the Rings drop, was the best selling set in Magic history until Final Fantasy beat it, and then Final Fantasy waylaid it, right? Like it made dumb money.
Yeah. Yeah, like it'd have to take a lot.
You said you couldn't find Boral's Charm in Foundations? On
Yeah.
Myth Explorer? I found it.
Oh, where was it?
All the way towards the bottom. With Tarragon Predator.
They're hiding them $5 uncommons. $7 on Card Kingdom for some reason.
Let's see. All right, I'm looking. Let's see, there's one Boros card with Swiftblade Vindicator.
This Boral's Charm, looking at it's got Cloud Blazer beside it.
Cloud Blazer.
Yup.
Oh, you see Cloud Blazer on this list.
All the way towards the bottom. Very bottom. Keep going all the way down to the bottom.
Well, see, I'm down to the bottom of the multicode list. I got
Going down. Going down.
Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way here. Let me see. Let me go. How do I go to the regular set? Back. If I go way to the bottom.
Yep.
Scroll down past Jumpstart.
Yep.
Then if it's down below Jumpstart, it means it was in a subsidiary set. There.
Down below Starter Collection.
Guest Showcase. Those are full arts. Starter collection.
All right, that Starter Collection. Keep on scrolling.
All right, scrolling.
See Helena.
All right, so yeah, there it is. So it wasn't in the main set at all. That's why I'm not seeing it there.
How you know it's not in the main set?
The starter collection was a specialized box that you could buy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a quick start. It was a quick start collection.
I mean, it just has it has the FDN code. It doesn't have like a separate code like the Jumpstart do.
No.
All
FDN. Yeah.
Because the Jumpstart have their own codes, like, and then they don't have commander decks in those. But
All right.
All right, let me Google this.
that's a pretty foil one too. It had to have been at least in like collector boosters or something, because there's a foil one that come from Foundations.
I want a Vivian Reed.
Mm-hmm. So 2024 beginner focused product containing 350 fixed cards designed to build multiple decks, including 26 foils, 90 basic lands, 10 full art, 3 play boosters, and a deck builder's guide, a life counter, and a storage box. So they're probably standard, but you could probably only find them in the starter collection.
Yeah, they're standard. You can tell because they got that star on it.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably standard, but I don't know if they were in the set, because why would they not put them with the regular set?
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong. They're probably in the set, and they just then Myth Explorer just spoiled them weird.
Yeah, that's possible.
Huh? Well, my baby needs attention. Got a jet. Wednesday would be a nice day to join the morning show. All right, teach you, dude. It'll be a good day to have you on Wednesday. Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, all I know is Foundations was a banger set for a core set type set.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. This set has so many good cards in it.
Wish I would just reinstate it as a core set and not like a 5-year set.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make a marker. Beginning here is standard. Ending here is standard. You know, do follow that along. I remember those days.
It does make sense that they made the set as good as they did because they want it to be the quote unquote, the quote unquote foundations for standard, right? For
Right.
5 years.
Right.
Now, I don't know if that's going to happen because they just keep like putting out incredibly powerful cards and not foundation sets.
Right.
Right.
But there are a lot of really good cards in this set.
Oh yeah. Man, looking at it, you probably have a fun draft out of that set. I don't think there was non-basic lands in that set though.
Not the good ones, but there are some.
Yeah.
Like there's none of the shocks or the like fetches or anything like that, but there are.
Yeah, they have the gain life lands. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like they had any in the rare slot, except for Soulstone Sanctuary, which Hillbilly got my fancy version of that one. Yeah, I got a regular version still. Soulstone Sanctuary. That's the one that it's an expensive. It's like a $5 land in the set. Pay 4 mana, it becomes a 3/3 creature. Vigilance and all creature types still land.
The Scry lands are in this set. In Foundations.
Yep.
Temples.
Why
Yeah.
are you hiding everything from me? Jeez. Oh, there they are at the bottom in the starter stuff. Yep. So yeah, I don't know why they Mythic spoiler. You're confusing me. Let's go to
The Mythic Spoiler is behind on the turtle cards.
And then
Magic.
it looks like they did some of the artifact lands too. Yeah, they did at least 2 of the artifact land and the cycle land. Interesting. And you're right, there's the gain life lands. So they actually did a lot of non-basics in this set.
They did
Like
have a Dark
solid
Colossus in the set. A Gilded Lotus. I mean, there's the spicy cards. Trigon Predator. No, yeah, they have a lot of cards that were in the set. They just don't know why. I don't know why they have them separated from the set. Because I don't think these cards were specifically. Starter. Because I remember pulling some of these different cards from the set.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. You just gotta believe, my friends. If you can believe, I can believe.
I'll tell you one thing that's getting reprinted in Turtles that is going to be interesting is Dark Ritual.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not being like reprinted massively. Like in the set, it's being reprinted in the pizza box, which I think is cool. Which I really want one, and the wife and I are having a hard time finding one for sale.
Is it only going to be in the pizza box?
Yeah, because there's certain cards that the pizza box will only have, and that's one of the ones they spoiled. Like the set symbol on the card is a pizza. Let's see if I can find it. I mean, unless they just did a regular one in the set, that'd be insane.
I was just looking at the reprints from Turtles on EDH Rec, and I saw Dark Ritual, and I'm like, oh, well, that's an interesting reprint.
Yeah, I moved the Magic spoiler because they have all the cards there. Doesn't look like they spoiled. It doesn't look like they're showing the Dark Ritual cards there. They're showing cards from the Commander decks and from the spoilers. Dark Leon Shredder. Yeah.
Some of these cards are just incredibly powerful.
Let's see. All right, let's get out of here. I can't trust you, Mythic spoiler.
I've got to pay for my box like probably next week.
Yeah.
Because it comes out pre-release the 27th. No. I can wait until the 13th to pay for mine.
All right. The Dark Ritual is a TMC card. Interesting.
Oh, it's Commander then. Okay, so it's going to be in the Commander deck.
Yeah, but you can pull it from a pizza box, I believe.
Well, yeah, like because you can pull Commander cards from like regular boosters and stuff, which I don't like. Now, I only play Commander, so you might think that's strange, but for the health of the game, I am not a fan of people going and buying a booster pack, like just going to their store, buying a booster pack, opening it, and pulling a card that they cannot use in Standard. I hate this so much.
That's dumb. That's dumb. Like, why? That's one thing. Like, as much as I like reprints, I don't think a draft pack or like they don't call them draft packs anymore because they got rid of the draft pack. But I don't think a standard set should have cards in it that are not going to be standard.
Like collector boosters, I'm okay with that because you know that you're getting. You know that you're getting a wide variety of things and you're buying it for special arts and stuff. You're not buying it just to expand your collection, right?
Right.
But regular booster packs, there should not be Commander cards in regular booster packs. And that comes from somebody who only plays Commander. I do not play anything else. I do not have Arena on my phone. I do not play Standard. I do not play anything. I only play Commander. There should not be Commander cards in play boosters.
Right. So I'm on Wizards' website.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're showing off the product and cards. That Dark Ritual is only available in pizza bundles.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Dark Ritual will be awesome in Standard. It was awesome in Standard.
It's a little busted. It's like a one-turn Soul Ring.
It lets you do funny stuff, is what it does.
I remember when I used to do turn one.
Yep.
Turn one fun shenanigans with that card. Holy cow! Sorry, I've been on another screen, so I didn't see your messages. Coach's Magic. Good evening,
What's up,
Coach?
Coach, it's good.
So Minucci, what's up?
Shamanucci. How's your Monday? It's a Monday. So Mondays was good. How about you? It's like a long day, but I'm stuffing my face. Stuff your face. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're just talking, just chilling, hanging around.
Yeah.
This should be our time where we say, do not pay pre-release prices for cards. They are not going to stay this high. A few of them might. Most of them are not. Like if you look through every single legendary, this is every single legendary in the TMNT set that's out on TCG Player is selling for $15 or more. Let me just tell you guys, these are not going to stay at $15. This is absurd.
Right.
Some of them will. Don't get me wrong. Some of these will stay at $15. Some of them will stay higher. I think Super Shredder is probably about a $40 card. Honestly, that card is incredibly good.
Incredibly good. All right, Coach.
But some of these are not going to, like, there's no way this Leonardo Samurai Sewer Samurai is going to stay at $34.
No.
It's just not, there's just no way.
All right, Coach. You watch the show sometimes. What do you think about this show divider for the mornings? You always talk to me about stuff like this, so let me know.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. This is a free show on YouTube. It is completely volunteer-based. This program is made possible by viewers like you, and share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And also by contributions made to your Super Fast Tortoise channel and from viewers like you. You all rock. You are awesome.
You're crazy!
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
The lip syncing so bad. Sorry. But yeah, fair warning. Trying to use that. We just trying to get more people's opinions on it. See if it's a good idea, or maybe I need to tweak it or something.
It's different.
It is different. It's a call to action disguised as advertisement.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because people keep telling me, like different people, like Coach, keep telling me if I want to achieve my goals, do certain different things, I should try to do different things and stuff like that. So I'm trying. But like I think I need to probably record it when I made that. When I made that, my volume on my soundbar was low, so I'm not sure if the volume's too loud for y'all.
No.
I don't know. Poor Ray, man, his ears are exploded.
No, my ears are. I mean, it is a tad loud, but I also use like earbuds.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. But I'm just sitting here scrolling, constantly scrolling through the TMNT stuff, and God, I these cards are so overpriced. I bet I've not seen 10 cards that are under $15 or under $14. Period.
Right. Hillbilly's gonna want Kitsune's technique.
Going to want what?
Kitsune's technique from Teenage Mutant Turtles. It's the blue one where it costs 6 mana and your target opponent mills half their library.
Yep.
And it has a sneak ability.
Oh
Yeah, it's got ninjutsu basically.
More fixed ninjutsu. I think they should have just used ninjutsu, but I wonder if they could because the IP. Or maybe they just wanted to fix it.
Well,
because it's no different than ninjutsu.
Right.
Well, I guess it kind of is. Because you are casting it, you're not just putting into play tapped and attacking. So
it specifically says you may play this spell and return.
You may cast the spell. Yeah.
Yeah, you may cast a spell. If you do, return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. But the stipulation is during the declaration unblocker step. I wonder with ninjutsu, people were like, well, attacked and wasn't blocked. I can play it on my second main phase.
Well, Turtles.
No, the ninjutsu works the exact same way. It happens during the declare blocker step. It just happens at the end of the declare blocker step after everybody's declared they're not blocking or what's been blocked.
All right.
Ninjutsu and sneak. Ninjutsu is a magic ability, not a turtle ability.
Right.
Because they've had ninjutsu and magic.
Right.
And I figured that they just wanted something new, a new mechanic for the turtles. And that's why they came up with the sneak ability.
Well, I wonder if it deals with the same BS, the same bullshit when Ninja Turtles came out. Back in the day when certain countries had to change it to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles instead of Ninja Turtles. Well, I don't know.
I think it's so they could do it with non-creature spells. I think that's why. Because there are no non-creature spells with ninjutsu.
Right.
But there are some of these spells with sneak that are just like instants and sorceries. So that would be my guess. Although, I mean, everything's kicker, right? So it's not the first time they would make an ability that's basically just another ability. But this one really is just ninjutsu.
Right. It says ninjutsu.
But it could be something with Viacom, right? Like it could be that Viacom wanted, its own ability. It wanted, who knows? With these Universes Beyond sets, the lawyering is probably absurd. I'm not envious of whoever's job it is to be the go-between between WotC and
it's
like all these different companies.
It's like with the Transformers cards that they did a long time ago in Brothers War, where they don't transform, they convert.
Right. Yeah.
Which made no sense, but it had to deal with something with laws or rule, something with contracts and rules and stuff like that.
I don't know how Magic is, but a few years ago, probably 10 now, there was a online Diablo style game called Marvel Heroes.
Right.
And I actually got to be kind of friends. I mean, we knew each other on a first name basis with one of the head developers. And we would talk about how whenever they wanted to do something with the game, like changing ability's name, or when they were making a new character, all the abilities' names, all of that stuff had to go to this point person at Marvel, whose job it was to say yay or nay to all this stuff.
Right.
So now I'm sure Marvel has probably a little bit tighter grip on their IP than some places, but I would dare say that is how most of these happen, right? Like they're having to sign off on everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also not that they have to sign off everything. They have to be careful with the names and everything because something might be copyrighted somewhere else. Like, for example, the tap mechanic is copyrighted and whatever it is through the contracts where other games can't use tap as a keyword or a word
Right.
describe tapping a creature. So it's insane.
Yeah, that's why everybody calls it something else, and then when you play it, you're just like, "Oh, I'm tapping."
Yep, that's right. Like they can't use it, but I can. Like when we played Lorcana, me and my wife, we just automatically sit around and tapping this to what you call it, to floor, but gather
they use
or something.
There's like exhaust and ready and like a billion other things that all it just means tap. Just turn it sideways.
What if I made a game and I used the word tap with 3 P's?
Tappa. Tappa.
Yeah, like what if I typed the TAPAH, tappa, like I tap on my creature and I tap.
What you need to do is find a foreign language. Find out how you say tap in French. No, we're not tapping. We're whatever tap in French is.
Yeah, when I was trying to design a card game, I looked up synonyms to tap so I could use a different word that meant the same thing.
Okay, so tap in French is robinette. I don't know why, but it is. Oh, there's got to be a cool word for tap in some other language.
Mm-hmm.
Righty.
You okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Turn your mind here, Billy.
Oh my God.
Just got quiet here.
I just asked you what's on your mind here, Billy.
Oh, that's nothing. I'm just sitting here listening.
Oh. I'm like asking a question. I went quiet to hear you answer.
I was waiting for you to keep on talking because I was just listening.
Oh yeah, we're just chilling, dude. Just chilling. There's like tomorrow's show. Like I don't know if you read the document I sent you, Billy, but the tomorrow show is going to be about that.
I did.
I read it.
Yeah,
interesting.
Like it's going to be simpler to talk about than it is to read. It's that weird.
I don't know when they're supposed to release that. Have the release video on when Wizards is going to have the release video,
right?
Turtles, but when they do that, that's probably when they'll release all the rest of the turtle cards,
right? Like I'm hoping they get the rights to use the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song and intro and throwing cards throughout it. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I would dare say that all of that's on Viacom, right? Like I mean, because they own the rights to all the turtle stuff at this point. I would dare say that that's all on how they want to do it.
Right.
But I think if you want to get the 80s and early 90s kids really excited, just use that original Ninja Turtles animated theme, throw some magic cards in there, and you'll sell a bunch of cards.
Right.
Because that's exactly what the Mortal Kombat movie did when the remake of the Mortal Kombat movie came out. The first trailer didn't, but I think it was the second trailer just used the old Mortal Kombat music, and everybody lost their damn minds.
Right. Oh, like when you watch certain movies that are based off old cartoons or old video games, and they sneak in that nostalgia bit. I remember the wife and I were watching the newer Power Rangers movie that came out several years back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I'm like I about went to tears. I didn't, but I about went to tears when they started playing the original Power Ranger song during the Zord battle. I'm like, hell yeah! I was all excited. I started getting flustered in the face and everything. And I wanted to get all nostalgia feeling.
Well,
The only thing about that movie that I didn't like is that they didn't make the sequel that had the Green Ranger in it. So sad.
So sad. The movie was decent. The
It
Green
was.
Ranger,
It was fine.
the Green Ranger would have been amazing. Yeah. I don't know how they would have done it, but they could have done it, and they didn't do nothing. I'm like
There is the post credit scene where their jackets there, right? Like
Right.
there's an end credit thing.
Right.
They were going to do it, but they didn't.
Yeah, I'm tired of Hollywood making movies that like don't perform super well, but they did well, but they don't perform super well, and they're like, well, it's not worth making a sequel anymore. Just make the sequel. Just make the sequel, because you know what? The people you got hooked to the movie, they're gonna come back and watch it, and it's gonna grow a fandom. It's like they don't want to grow fandoms anymore. Like they have to be instantaneous now.
gotta have that money.
Hillbilly, not everybody is you. We don't roll in riches.
Well, he's right though. Like that's the thing. Movie studios are like every other business, right? If it doesn't matter if something does fine, it has to be balls to the walls, breaking records, blah blah blah, nonsense for it to, for a sequel to be made. I've heard people in the industry say a bunch of times that there's a million points that it's easier to just say no when it comes to like making movies, right? Just dozens of times where it's just easier just to say no, and then it just stops.
Right. See, what a lot of people don't put together anymore is we grew up on a very experimental era when it came to television. Like they were trying different things. They were selling toys.
Oh yeah.
Transformers was experimental. They put all their chips in the bag and just happened to get popular. But like the what's the word I'm thinking of? The political correctness wasn't so huge at a time where you could just do certain things, and I'm not saying all things, but they could do certain things and people were okay with it. So many things change now where everything has to be completely politically correct unless the satire is specific that they have to. They're trying to reach everything on a global market. So when they just make movies nowadays, they have to cater to not just Americans, but the Japanese, the Chinese, Australians, the Europeans and stuff. And they have to, there's so much.
I mean, like it's easy for us to look at it that way, but if you actually really look back, it wasn't that way as much as we think. Because look at, like we're talking about Ninja Turtles. It's a prime example. When the Ninja Turtles movie came out, when the original 1989 TMNT movie came out, it was the highest grossing independent movie ever made at the time, right? The highest grossing independent movie ever made at that point.
Right.
And what did they do? They're like, oh no, when we do the sequel, because there's going to be a sequel and it's going to come out in like 16 or 18 months, they can't use their weapons.
Yeah.
Right. So this was a movie that made so much money that was literally a cultural phenomenon. And they're like, no weapons for turtles. So Mikey's there nunchucking dudes with sausages.
Right.
Which I still like the second one. The second one is still my favorite of those movies. But I guess my point is that we look at it and we think, oh, it was so, we were way less politically correct and they were able to do crazy things and experiment. And it really wasn't that way because the Turtles are the prime example of that.
Well, so it's flipped. Like it's flipped a little because back then they'd try something different, then parents would react. Now us kids are the adults. It's different. We want certain things a certain way, like to hit a certain note, but they won't do it when it comes to a big IP nowadays because it has to hit multiple markets without offending anybody or do anything like that, and that's ridiculous. Like I don't know, because it is all about the money. Because if you can make a worldwide budget, that people will love it.
Oh yeah, I mean, any movie that gets made that's not just a literal independent, like Markiplier's movie. I don't even watch this guy, but I know who he is. I know he's a YouTuber. Like he just independently put out this horror movie. It's making a bunch of money. That's awesome. Unless it's a movie like that, which is just somebody's like passion project.
Right.
It's all about money. How much money can this movie make the studio? Because if not, the studio's not going to give you any money.
And my son just went to watch the Iron Lung movie.
Iron Lung.
Liked it. Yeah, he really liked it.
Yeah,
So-
we have a bunch of people locally who have tickets, but our theater keeps closing because the weather is so bad that all these people have tickets for this movie and they haven't got to see it yet.
That's bad. That's rough. You know, one thing I want to do. I don't know if it's viable, if it can be done, because I don't know if they'll get merchandise. But if my local game store gets anything Ninja Turtles for Magic the Gathering display wise, I'm gonna try to see if I can trade stuff in for it. And they'll be like, "Can I trade this in to have that?"
So the display stuff they have to keep until the season is over.
Right.
Now I don't know how long that's going to last. Like the Lorwyn Eclipse one is the shortest one they've ever done, and it's 6 weeks. The Turtles one might be a similar length just because Strixhaven, but they could also be 2 sets. Like Edges of Eternities, it was Edges of Eternities and Avatar, right? So it was like that entire time. But they can't do anything until the season's over. And once the season's over, then you might be able to get something from them.
Michael Superbacker, he doesn't own a store.
No, I do not.
Or hangs out at a store and works with them.
I volunteer at a store.
There you go. That's the best way. That's the word I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of work there and I get paid nothing. I'm a volunteer. I'm an unpaid intern, basically.
Yeah. Core! Meep, meep. Boop, boop. Core, what's up? What's up, Tortoise? This is the guy who wrecked us that turned to win.
I saw that. Core, that deck is cracked.
It is cracked. Mike Superbacker says, "Oh, cool, yeah, it's cool." Like I remember my friend Andrew used to help out with the store. He used to volunteer for a store in our local area. Then he eventually got hired on to work part-time at a store, just to hang out at a store and help sort cards and stuff. I was always jealous I was never offered that position, but honestly, I was probably not reliable enough to do that, like time-wise and keeping a focus.
Soon, I don't know how soon, but I would say within the next by summertime. Let's say by summertime. That's the time limit, the timeline that they're on. I will be an official employee, not of Mr. B's Game Lounge, because all of the card stuff is going to be shifted to their other LLC that's already been put in place and is all legal and everything. But it's going to be called Sacred Scrolls.
Oh, so they're getting an official name.
Yeah.
Copyrighted or something? Or not copyrighted. What's the word? The I word.
Yeah, it's incorporated. Yeah, it's an LLC. It's all the paperwork's done. They've actually had it done for a little while now.
Right.
It's just they haven't had the time to get it set up because they have the space already. Just got to get everything moved over there.
So, Michael Superbacker, to quickly answer your question, I wonder how Rudy has access to Distro when he's online only, eBay, mainly Patreon.
So Rudy did have I don't know if Rudy still has a store, but Rudy did have a store. But you can also get distro even if you just have an online store. Right. Now, currently, a lot of distros are saying, "Hey, if you're not brick and mortar, we're not accepting new applications for sellers." But because we actually just signed up for a new one as well. And we had to give them a bunch of information. We had to take pictures of our location and show that we weren't just an online place, that we did have brick and mortar.
Right.
But a lot of the places, and he's been doing it long enough that I'm sure that he still has all the distro.
Right. Like, oops. Yeah, like that's pretty much gonna be my answer there. But I didn't realize they're making any people take pictures of their store again because that's been around for a
Yes.
while.
Well,
But people are still getting by with certain things because some people fake their store locations.
Yeah, the one that we signed up for, we had to record multiple videos. It was a whole big process to do it, to show that we were a legitimate brick and mortar shop.
Seen that the Demir standard deck's pushing cards up. I don't know about the
Sunderflock went from $1 to $20 overnight.
Jeez. What's Sunderflock?
It's basically Cyclonic Rift on an elemental body, and when it enters the battlefield, each player returns all non-elemental creatures they control to their hands.
Oh yeah, that was a good card. I knew that card was going to be worth something, but
yep.
Yeah, it was $1 until yesterday, basically.
The Pro Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so good, especially if you get that thing flash or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Pro
I bought it for
Tour.
my elementals deck.
The Pro Tours, they really raised the prices on cards.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't watch the Pro Tour, but you're really into standard. You figure you'd be into the Pro Tour a lot more than even me.
I ain't though.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even listen to music.
That's right.
Oh, it's come back down. So,
It has to.
well, here's the thing. I wondered about this because it jumped way high, right, and now it's coming back down. But I think it's because what we talked about on the show. I think they printed the absolute hell out of this set. And people, it was $1 common or $1 rare, right? People weren't really trying to sell them because they were $1. But when people started wanting them, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like they just flooded the market and it drove the price back down because it's back down to $7.45.
Right. Almost like I ended up throwing that Sunderflock into a book box. Well, it's probably going to drop down to like $5. Pro Tour is kind of like pre-release. They will spike cards hard, and
because people want them for their deck, right? Like people who are grinding, standard are going to want 4 copies of this to go and play what they're considering right now the best deck because it won the Pro Tour. But I think it's really funny. A lot of times these decks that are winning the Pro Tour, no offense to anybody watching the show, but you're probably not good enough to play this deck that well. Neither am I. Like the skill ceiling and the skill floor on a lot of these decks is very, very high on both accounts.
right.
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's like, but I could play a deck. I'll play it a certain way. That's my baby. But I give you that deck. You ain't gonna know how to treat my baby there because I'll play it totally different than what you would play it.
Well, that's basically your commander deck right there. I can tell you, I have 4 commander decks, and each one plays a different way. So each time I play one, I have to have a different mindset for the deck. I have to have a different skill set for the deck because it plays differently.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from one person to another person.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now commander decks are a little more expressive, right? Like commander decks are a lot more, unless people are just net decking, which most people do not do in commander. But if you are building your own commander deck, your deck is very representational of who you are as a player, right? Standard decks, especially decks that are like doing well at type 2, like standard events, pro tours, those are not individualized express decks. Those are decks that literal pros sat in a house for weeks on end playtesting and min-maxing to the absolute point.
Right.
There's actually a really cool, if anybody's looking for other Magic related content when you're not watching Super Fast Tortoise or MTG Hillbilly or maybe Mr. B's Game Lounge, there is a creator called Hungry on a Plane, and he does a lot of like historical Magic content where he talks about pro tours from years past. And I like it because it was a lot of stuff from when I was playing. But he actually talks about in one of his videos this house that they set up at, I think it was Pro Tour Hawaii. And it was a guy I knew, Gabe Walls, who was the co-captain of the U.S. nationals team at the time, and a bunch of pros. They went 2 weeks early, not to go enjoy Hawaii, but they went and got a house on the beach and just spent 2 weeks perfecting the deck to play at that Pro Tour event. And there were some people there who were still playing to this day. Gabriel Nassif, who just did really great in this last Pro Tour event. He was at that house that week. So standard decks are like a whole different animal when you get to the very top level. These are not expressions of someone's individualism and deck building. This is, they found every single little nook of power that they could get out of the cards that are legal in a set and put them in a deck.
Right. No, you're good. Anyways, I need to go on a break really quick because I need to go to the restroom and stuff. So
Great time.
this is a good time for you guys to go on a break too if you need to use the restroom and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop this and play some music until we get back.
Oh, yeah.
Are we back?
I guess. I don't know.
The music stopped and the
I didn't do
back
it.
screen went away.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I was like, wow, you guys are pretty good. You guys are back. I'm like, yeah, we're back. I think we are. All right. It looks like you guys are having a good conversation in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much play testing do you think Hasbro puts into making a commander deck? I really don't know, because some of them are really busted, some of them are not. I don't know how much time they got to work on a project till they have to work on the next. On top of the other projects they do outside of Magic the Gathering, it is a crazy thought to think about.
Here lately, I know it's been a decent amount because Gavin's talked about it.
Right.
So here lately, and I think we can see that, right? Like there's been a huge uptick in the quality of commander decks really since Bloomborough. I think since Bloomborough we have seen a pretty big uptick in how consistently and like just really strong maybe even Lost Caverns, because those decks were all bonkers.
Right. So, like, I think they're getting better at making decks. I just don't know how much you get to play test them. Because they try to make decks fair for newer players to play, but like someone with more skill or more of a goal or a dream for a deck probably just gets carried away. I mean, look at the Hearth Roll deck. That deck was nuts just out of the box for a precon.
I don't know how that deck I don't know how that deck made it through playtesting, honestly. It's so good.
Then you also
But now it is slow, right? Like that, it is a little bit slow. So you can get up under it.
right.
But if you let it cook for just a tad bit too long, you're dead.
Well, on top of that, like the Blight deck is pretty good. From what we've seen, I think Jun's getting love that it's needed for a while though. That's one of the things that drew me to Hearth Roll, because Jun's not normally one of my favorite colors to go to, but I think they're giving Jun some love that it's really needed, because Jun doesn't have a lot of amazing decks in Commander that I've seen, but there are Jun decks out there. There's probably Jun decks in CEDH I don't even know about, but like
there's one, and it's just like mid-range hell. Nobody likes playing against it because the games take 9 or 10 turns to win.
It's Michael Superbacker. That's when I found SFT, Hibbley, DJ, Dualbrain, Brody Alfonso, Twiddler, Cardboard Odyssey. I haven't seen Brody Alfonso make a video or live in a long time. Hope he's in.
Really, it's been a while. I used to watch Brody all the time, especially when we do those card, the moves and shakers. But I ain't seen him do it streaming. It seems like forever.
I was reading private chat because there was a lot of private chat going on.
Innocent.
Yeah, I don't think anybody took what you were saying different.
No, I just wanted to make sure, and that's why that's why I put it in private chat. Who was it? Michael Superbacker actually asked a pretty interesting question earlier. It said, question for everyone: do you find more enjoyment from decks you make on your own, or playing with pre-made / pre-cons, or maybe you love both?
Mm-hmm. I like both. I like a pre-con that's good and can be tad up a bit. Like, I know my Hearthrow pre-con's not spruced up as much as it could be financially, but it works pretty good, and I like what I've added to it. And I've had decks like my 5-color dinosaur deck that I built from scratch and upgraded over the years, that it's pretty solid. I get gratification out of both.
Well, only thing I can talk on is pre-cons, because yes, I've built a deck, but I haven't play tested it or played it or anything yet.
Right.
I want to do that until I get some sleeves for it.
Well, I don't think he's just talking about Commander either, Hillbilly. You play a lot of Standard, and you make all of your decks basically. I mean, unless somebody submits one, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I make them all.
Yeah, so I don't think he doesn't mention Commander in the question. So I think he's just asking, do you find more enjoyment from playing a deck you built, or playing, something that you found, or a pre-con or something? I think that's the gist of his question.
I always enjoy building my arena decks myself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I figured.
I find a couple of cards, go together, and then I just build around them.
Right.
My two favorite decks I've ever played, I built one, and then I got one from the pro player who made it. I played back then it would not have been considered Jeskai, because Jeskai wasn't a thing, but it was blue and white, and it splashed red for Form of the Dragon. And when I was playing 1.5, which is Legacy now, I built this enchantment based deck that ran for Academy Rectors and for Replenish.
Right.
And basically, it just tried to cheat out Form of the Dragon. Form of the Dragon, for those who don't know, is a 6 mana costing mono red enchantment that says creatures without flying cannot attack. During your end step, your life total goes back to 5, and you deal 5 damage to any target.
Right.
and I ran stuff like humility, so all creatures would just lose all of their abilities, so they would not be able to attack me. And it was just a really interesting kind of mid-range. We didn't really call it mid-range back then, but it was just kind of a grindy deck. And then when I met Gabe in the summer of 2003, he had just piloted Astral Slide, which is red white, to the Nationals team, and he taught me how to play the deck, and it was so much fun because it was a lot of card draw because you're cycling a ton of stuff, and then you're getting value out of the cycle because the main card Astral Slide says whenever you cycle a card, you exile a creature and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So there was a lot of strategy in when you would cycle things to exile your opponent's creatures. You would exile your own creature because it would play Exalted Angel, which was a morph creature. And when it re-entered the battlefield, it'd be flipped. So you could flip it for basically just whatever your one mana was that cycled it. So my two favorite decks I've ever played, I built one and I got one from the guy who built it. So there's my answer. I wanted Michael to make sure that we answered his question.
I'm not on screen, so if there's any questions I should know about, let me know. I'm trying to do something.
Core made a comment, says, I like both. I used to break down precons to make decks, but none of that no more. I keep precons intact to get a different curve than my own.
Right.
We know what Core's curve is. Win the game on third turn.
Yep.
That's funny. Third turn. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that was scary too. I never felt so afraid in my life for a game of Magic.
Wow.
Oh.
Let's see.
That's not a bracket 2 deck, Core. That deck is not bracket 2. Not even close. Not even the realm.
That's way past 2.
Yep.
Here, hold on. So, yeah. No. Oh my lord, I gotta do this. All right. Anyways, yeah, like we have to talk about it. You know, if this website may say it's a 2, but you gotta justify it by its power level.
We actually talked about this at the very beginning when I was talking about this new deck I'm working on, that I had to physically manually set it to 3 because it was like, no, your deck that can play Galta on the third turn is a 2. I'm like, no, it's not. Get out of here with this nonsense.
Wow.
It was like Galta on 2, summon Bahamut, or sorry, Galta on 3, and then summon Bahamut on 4. Nah, man, this deck's not a 2.
Right.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense.
It's like Hillbilly's all land deck. It's a bracket 4.
You're right. I only think I own a bracket 4 deck. Well,
you technically do, but it doesn't play like one. You technically have one.
Right.
That's when you'd be like, well, this is more bracket 3.
Yeah. Because it definitely doesn't play like a 4. I'm not sure I've seen. You guys have played a few bracket 4 games. I don't know if I've actually seen a deck that I would go, oh yeah, that's a real actual bracket 4 deck.
Right.
And again, that's no offense to anybody's deck building skills. I just like bracket 4 is so much like bracket 3 is powerful. Don't get me wrong. Like we saw Lone Wolf. I don't know if you're still watching, but we saw Lone Wolf drop that Eldrazi on 4. Right, that was horrifying. And while that is incredibly powerful, the game doesn't end on 4, right? Right. And if you're playing in bracket 4, the game's probably ending on the 4th turn, or it is getting out of hand by the 4th turn. You're not just land go for 3 turns and then. Toward, I think you're right about Jund. It's gotten quite a few commanders recently.
Right.
Now one of them was pretty mid. The Modern Horizons, the Graveyard Jund deck was pretty mid. I had a bunch of good cards in it, but the commanders are pretty bad. But Hearthhold was really good. Both Antiul and Reaper King are strong commanders.
All right, my friends. I put all the game theory PDFs in Discord. So for people who want to watch or read the game theory class I've been putting together, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about one of them, is all up on Discord under MTG Game Theory. Yeah. I thought that was cool.
I'm glad Lone Wolf's here for me to hear me talking positive about his deck because it was awesome. It was horrifying, but it was awesome.
It was awesome. Yes. Yeah. Michael Superbacker, the Runway Man. My favorite YouTuber of all time is Alex Krakenpakis. I can send you his video in Discord.
I've never even heard of this person.
Neither have I. Neither have I. You can just post it in general. The Lone Wolf says, "Have you seen my elf deck yet, Rayman?"
No, sir. I've not seen no elf decks. I mean, I'm assuming that it's Golgari, and I'm assuming that it's either running Lathril or the High Perfect as the commander.
It's a Brody Alfonso production. What do you mean? Like he produces a show for somebody else?
That'd be interesting.
So I know Brody Alfonso. He's a Canadian guy that was pretty cool, nice to watch his shows. But whenever he does stream his shows during my show, and like he has a hard time because he works weird hours, different shifts. He disappears on different contracts and stuff and comes back. So like his schedule is like choppy.
Yeah, put it in general. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
We're doing deck building class tomorrow. Does that mean Matt Saxon is going to be with us tomorrow?
That is very true.
Haha. Love it to balls.
I love the ball too. I love the group of people we got circumferencing our show, and I hope we can get good bonds going on and continue to be friends because I think we are amazing. Like at the point where I like where we are, I like how we're growing, I like how we're going. It's like, this is a YouTube link.
I know that Black Curse deck needs some upgrades to its lands.
Yeah,
I mean it's a 3-color commander deck, right? So the lands aren't great, but they're not terrible. I played that deck on Torch Stream. The deck runs pretty smooth. It's I think I won that game actually. It was our second pre-con game. I lost the first one. I think I won that one.
Oh, never mind. I've seen that episode. Okay. Hold on. Discord. I know you're part of my Discord. General.
I prefer I've done a little bit of playtesting Lone Wolf. I like Lathril more than the Priestess just because she can put out so many more elves. But I don't think you can go wrong either way. I prefer Lathril, but Morcat absolutely has to be in the 99 though. It's just so good.
Mm-hmm. Corey's like, we're here for you, Tortoise. Love the motivation. Keep it up. I love it.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, I tagged you in the link that you shared in there.
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
I'll check that out when this is over. I got cards to be sorting through to be looking for stuff. That's what I was going to do tonight, but I decided to come chill with Tort and Hillbilly instead of sorting through cards looking for Avengers of Zendikar and a few other things that I know I've got somewhere.
The Avengers in the car. I remember that card used to be like banger price.
So you got the Blake deck?
Yeah.
You did any upgrades to it yet?
Oh, buddy, have I ever? I played it. No, I actually took it apart the day I got it. When I played it on Torch Stream, I played my buddy Sean's because I played the night before or a couple nights before. I'm not sure. It was and I didn't want to play that deck again. I wanted to play something else. I'm like, Sean, can I borrow your anti-ul deck to play on stream? So I was able to. I played the precon unedited. It's really fun, Hillbilly. The precon itself is actually really fun.
Yeah, when we do a game, I got a deck that's precon level. It's my my cat deck. I can't think of the name.
Hi, buddy.
Free Rise Mentor. Blake says, nice, snowed in, doing the same myself, rummaging bulk and tweaking decks. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I started sorting my good bulk. I have bad bulk that's like 20 years old that I will never sort because it's like 100,000 cards in some drawers, and I'm just not going to subject myself to that kind of torture. But then I have my good bulk, which is all just like stuff that I've accumulated over the last 3.5 years.
Right.
But it's all just like really good stuff. I keep my kind of like my commons and uncommons that aren't good separate. I've been putting it into like 1,100 card long boxes. I've got through maybe half of it, and I still have so many more cards.
Like think of all the white border disenchants. So, all right.
Oh, buddy, oh my God. There's so much white border stuff in those boxes because I bought so much 6th, 7th, and 8th edition stuff. Just oh my God, I bought those core sets. I bought tons of, and that was before. That's when I was actually keeping a collection.
Gotta keep the collection. Yeah, I need to clean out my collection.
How you know what you ain't got if you don't go through it?
Well, I've gone through it. Like I've looked through it. So, unfortunately, I kind of know what's in there, and I'm like, oh, I know I have this $40 card now. Well, I guess I'm gonna go dig through it.
like 20 years ago is almost the way back to Mirrodin.
20 years ago now is past Mirrodin because we just went over this. Mirrodin came out in October of 2003. We talked about this morning. Yeah. I quit playing in Kamigawa, OG Kamigawa, for a long time.
And that's when I started picking up more Magic as Kamigawa because I used to have a samurai deck. But it was a Ravnica that really made me go all in on Magic.
Like I played some in Kamigawa. I've always been a sucker for Japanese history. So a set that was samurai based and, was very reminiscent of the Sengoku Jidai period of Japanese history. I should have been all over, but the cards were just, man. After doing Odyssey block, Onslaught block, Mirrodin block, Kamigawa block was a letdown and a half. Now, obviously, there's some very good cards that came out of that set. Sensei's Divining Top, I will still argue, is one of the 20 greatest Magic cards of all time. Came out of that block.
I agree with you.
But after Odyssey, Onslaught, and Mirrodin just being banger, 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 Kamigawa was a letdown in a lot of regards, which was sad because, again, I love that. I love the aura of Kamigawa. I didn't like the cards. I didn't like any of the standard stuff. I did play Extended for a little while, which some people already know what Extended format is, but it was kind of like Standard, but went back further. I did play that for a little bit, but that was pretty much all I played for a long time. I didn't buy cards for a long time. I bought one pack of World Wake and pulled a Jace out of it and sold it because I thought that was funny.
Nice.
Yeah, when it was $70 or whatever. The one that ended up getting banned not long after. But I didn't play. And then I played Modern. Me and my buddy Todd, who we won that Chu had a giant event last weekend. We played a little bit of Modern, like when Collective Company was like the top deck in the format.
Right.
And then I just kind of played a little bit of Modern when Modern Horizons 2 came out. And played Is It Murktide, which was a really fun deck.
Right.
And then I quit playing again until I said 2021 in chat earlier, but it was 2022. It was December. And then I got into Commander and I've been playing, oh my God, so much Magic since then.
Not enough Magic. That's what people.
No, it's way too much Magic. Like, it's too much Magic. No, it's not too much. It's a lot though, but it's been fun. I've been able to teach a lot of people, and I've seen some people who literally had not played Magic before, and then we're just playing like every day, multiple games of Commander, and then now they win some of our events, and that's a really cool thing to see, and a really fun, really good feeling that I was able to teach somebody and they've just gotten better. I want everybody I teach to be better than me. I want them to be just better than I am at the game.
Just want to get better.
I want everybody to get better.
Mm-hmm.
When me and Todd sat down and we picked random pairs for Two-Headed Giant. We thought that was the only fair way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if me and a couple people, 3 or 4 of the guys got paired up, we were going to win regardless, right?
Right.
So I was like, no, we're going to do random pairings. No one's going to know no one's going to be able to pick their teams. But when me and Todd got paired up, I was like, oh, this is bad news. Me and Todd, we used to live together back in those days, right? Back in the Onslaught Mirrodin days, we lived together.
Right.
And we'd wake up in the morning before work and play 4 or 5 sets, right? Best of 3, go to work, come home, play best of 3 sets until it was time to go to bed, and we would repeat that all week.
That's what we used to do when I lived with my roommates.
Yeah. I looked at my one buddy who has played a lot of Magic. He's played a lot. I looked at him. I'm like, Kevin, I know how much Magic you've played, and me and Todd have played that many games against each other. We have played more games against each other than you have played in Magic, because we would literally play, 20 best of 3s a day, maybe more.
Wow.
Of course.
Because we were grinding.
Sometimes you run into Two-Headed Giant and Commander, you're laughing out loud, crying.
It was really fun. It was a WPN event that we needed to run. They're supposed to run them every month, but they hadn't told us that until this most recent season. So now we're going to start doing them once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That's why we didn't want to do that. This is exactly what we wanted to avoid. What we're saying here, we wanted to avoid doing that, so we picked random partners so it couldn't happen. Right. It just so happened that me and Todd, and I didn't draw my card. Like, I let the card be last. I just took whatever the last card was and just walked around. Everybody drew. We just used a deck of playing cards, and there was ace through 6 of each, ace through 8 of each suit, and I just took the last one. That's who I got paired up with. It's unless everybody has a teammate that they're pairing up with, then it's going to be really unfair to a lot of people involved.
Right.
But with Two-Headed Giant, you're just sitting down. There's just 4 people at the table. You're taking your turn with your teammate at the same time. So knowing how they play is a big advantage. Like I said, me and Todd have played thousands of games of Magic against each other, and I know exactly how Todd plays Magic, and he knows how I play. So we, it was an interesting event. I was playing Vampires. He played Boros Equipment.
Hell yeah! It sounds like you guys were a bunch of hooligans at the Magic shop.
We were. It was. I didn't want to play. I don't even. I don't even play in these things. But we had an odd number.
Right.
And so, and the Brandon, the other owner, wasn't there to. A lot of times he'll step in. So I don't like. I mean, I do like to play Magic, but when it comes to an event, I would rather just run the event and let everybody else have a good time. But in this case, I had to step in, and well, this is what happened.
That's crazy. I remember when we used to hang out at the shop as youngins. We would love playing Cube until it's time for F&M. Cube is a banger of a thing. Hold on. I missed a lot of chat. Where? Oh, that's where it ended up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man, I hate king making each other act like there's no conclusion. That's right, conclusion.
Yeah. If I sit down at the table and Todd's there, I'll just kill him first.
Right.
We're not going to keep. I mean, I may end up king making somebody, but it's not because I was intentionally doing so. It's just I was just focused on killing Todd.
That's pretty fun. But yeah, because like me and my friend Andrew used to play all the time. You'll know whenever he stops in, he goes by the stasis orb when he pops in.
Okay.
And he used to build these busted Type 1 decks back in the day.
Oh my god!
And he'd have me play against him with a standard deck.
Oh Lord!
When Force of Will was a thing, and all the free blue spells were a thing. Napcore, hello. Hey.
Now it was only really Type 1 if he was running power. If not, then he was just playing a Type 1/5 deck.
Yeah. Now
if he had power in his deck, Tor, then I feel extra sorry for you.
Yeah, he didn't have the power in his deck like that. Even back then, we couldn't afford such luxuries.
Yeah. Yep. Those when I played it at Worlds in 2003, my deck was $800, which was expensive. But I mean, there are people with 6, 7, all 9 pieces of power 9 in their deck, and at the time, Lotus was $15K for an unlimited one. The Moxes were probably 6 to 5 each.
Right. Like back in the day when we were playing, Moxes were like $75 a pop. The Black Lotus was like $300 to $500.
Oh yeah. Now when I first started playing in Unlimited, I opened packs in Revised. That's about the price they were. Dual lands were $3 because they were the cards that you got the most of and nobody wanted them.
I wish I was smart enough back then to even know about those because I didn't. Because I would have picked up those 4 decks because they're dual lands that come into play untapped.
Yeah.
I did not know. I was ignorant into that side of things.
I mean, I was like 13, so I wasn't smart enough to know that stuff would be worth actual money one day. My first Magic collection now I'd retire off of it. My very first Magic collection that I got when I was 12 to 14 at playing out in town, I would literally be able to sell it and retire.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a dumb kid, We
all do dumb stuff every once in a while, for sure. Let's see. Hold on a second.
$600 to cover the place at a Goif. Goif wasn't printed yet in 2003, I don't think. I don't remember it.
It came in Future Sight, which was 2000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit later. Yeah, I was actually playing a modified version of Mike's Long Prosbloom deck. I ran Force of Wills in it to try and protect my combo. And then for the sideboard, I ran City of Solitude, which made it so spells couldn't be countered to try and protect my combo. I did okay. The 9 rounds of Swiss, I went 4 and 5. And again, this is the Type 1 World Championship. So I was way out of my price range, but I wanted to play. I got to go. My dad paid for my way to go for my graduation gift because I graduated in 2003.
Yeah.
So it was something I was able to do. So I built the $600 version of Prost Bloom and played it and won 4 rounds, which was cool. I did lose to Kai Buddha, who just passed.
Yeah.
He killed me before I got to take my first turn. Game 1.
Wow.
I didn't even get to take my first turn. He killed me.
Oh,
He
no.
cast Illusions of Grandeur and then donated it to me, and I died in my upkeep. Didn't even get to draw my first card. I was like,
sounds
oh, okay.
exactly what it feels like to play against Hillbilly.
Yeah, right.
And he, like, in 2003, he was, he had just ended what would be his big run, right? Like, we didn't know it was going to be basically the end of his first run, but he had just won World Championship and Grand Prix, and he was so humble, so such a nice guy. He just incredible opponent to have, even if our game did not last very long.
Right. He is like my friend Andrew played against Luis Scott Vargas and lost. I remember telling you about the story how he was building a deck in front of Luis Scott Vargas. And
Oh yeah, yeah. My buddy Kevin has also played Luis Scott Vargas and lost. I think he also lost to Reed Duke.
But there is a time my friend Andrew did beat Luis Scott Vargas once. So
that's awesome.
I wish he was here to tell it because he's a really good storyteller. I'm not.
I was not 50% against Gabe, but I was about 35% when because I spent the entire summer before Worlds that year in my hometown of Kokomo, Indiana, playing against Gabe Walls, who was also a Kokomo native. We spent all summer playtesting for Worlds, and I was about 35% against him, which was pretty sweet. And another just super nice guy who we lost also way too young.
Right. Yeah, a lot. Like, I'm getting tired of Facebook telling me which actor died lately. Seems like they do that a lot. It's like, this person passed away. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
And it gets even worse when you read something. It's like, someone passed away. They were younger than you. And you're like, oh, wow.
I feel like we're at that age that people that we remember from our youth, especially actors, are starting to die off because they're just, they're all starting to be in their late 70s, early 80s.
Right. So it's all cracked.
Yep. But we have great memories. I have phenomenal memories of that summer of 2003, and hopefully I'll have them forever.
Right.
I can't say that I will because dementia is a thing, but I hope that I have those memories forever.
You will. To the very last day when you tap that land and cast a counterspell on death.
Boom.
Boom. And you
unfortunately, death. The death spell is uncounterable, so I'm gonna cast it anyways. I'm gonna try.
That's right. But yeah, because like thinking of Alzheimer's, that runs in my family, so there's a risk that I might get it when I get that age too. So that's why I have to build up a player base as much as possible with everybody. Have fun, make memories, because
absolutely.
Because that, like when I started getting serious about YouTubers when I found out my nieces my nephews in Nevada wanted to play Magic, so I started making content for them. That's when I started getting serious about Magic. Then I started getting flack from bigger channels, and the time it took to make these videos was getting ridiculous because I'd spend a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm like making videos is not a simple a simple thing. It takes time.
Well, I tried producing videos with like $0 budget and competing with people who have big budgets and teams.
Right.
You know, I don't have big budgets and teams. But anyways, the love of the game was to try to teach people. As I evolved and my technology evolved, I started trying to do different things to make different videos. That's why in my MTG3 series, I don't touch on a lot, but every time I upload a video, it goes like upload a video that's a topical video or something, I put it under MTG3. Or in the morning show, we're doing the game theory thing, which if you're part of the Discord, you can read that now. The game theory segment. So you know, if you find that a good read. I don't know how bipolar it is, but I hope it makes sense to you all. Everybody else seems to enjoy it. Yeah, because deck building is fun. Because like I want to help people who think like me, like with the bipolar disorder and stuff, who have a hard time doing regular stuff, to get into the action of learning and wanting to play better. You know, like Hillbilly's been on my radar when I started this game theory stuff, because I'm like, how do I reach out to Hillbilly, and how do I get him to see the stuff? Because you know, because like it's one thing to hang out with a friend and look through cards and try to help him build a deck, but it's another thing that gives someone the fishing rod to building a deck, to teach them how to fish for cards and knowledge to get into deck building. You know,
Right.
You know, that's what I've been trying to do. You know, but you know. Like last time we went through your deck, yeah, Billy, I'm like, we need to find all the cheap removal we can. We need to percentile push these cards in here, and that's what tomorrow's going to be about. It's not percentile pushing, but about the 1 through 3 utility dilemma. And if you're curious about that, my friends, wait till you get a load of us tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, yeah. But if you want a sneak peek, it is in the Discord, so you can get a sneak peek. It's there. Because I want to teach people. I don't have it behind a paywall or nothing. It's there.
Deck building is the hardest thing you'll teach a person about Magic, because it is so complicated.
That's why we have to do it in bites, small bites.
And like, even if you've been doing it a long time, like I've been doing it a long time, sometimes it just doesn't work. I literally was working on a deck and I couldn't make it work. So when I was sorting cards, I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of trying to make this work. It's not working. It's not overly fun to play.
Right.
It doesn't do what I want it to do. Mm-hmm. And again, it's not overly fun to play. So it got unsleeved and put in the box of good stuff.
Right.
And that just happens sometimes. Like sometimes you're still going to build. You're going to build bad decks. You know, no matter how good or bad you might be. You're going to build bad decks.
You know what's going to happen with that box of good stuff? One day you're going to be carrying it and accidentally trip over something, and it's going to spill. And you're going to pick up a clump of cards. And you're like, oh my God, it's the perfect deck.
Well, thankfully, it's 8 boxes, and they're sorted by color. So if I spill one, it's a great deck. It's going to be monocolored or all multicolored stuff.
See, I don't even know if my coldest deck is any good or not.
Well, we haven't played it yet. Yeah,
so Bill, you went 2026 on us and had the AI build you a deck. So who knows, man? That thing could be bonkers as hell, or it could be like, oh well, it just sits here and kind of doesn't do a whole lot.
True, very true.
Bleg says maybe y'all can give some perspective on this. I introduced a new player to Commander about 8 months ago, who hasn't seemed to improve much because they can never actually finish a game. Any interaction? Well, host the game.
Oh, okay. So there's more to this. Yeah. Okay. I mean, some people are just salty, right? And they don't want to. And this is not just a new player problem. I actually know a guy who's been playing Magic a long, long time who does similar things. I think that you just have to try and belabor the point that, this is just for fun. There's no money on the line here. We're not going to take your firstborn or your left nut if you lose this game. It's fine, right? Like, everybody loses. a game eventually. So
Well, another thing you can do is you could either play lighter or switch up decks to be more compatible. Because I don't know what kind of deck they're running with, but it sounds like they need a motivational push towards it. Because if they're anything like my wife, who gets very down about losing, and they feel like they constantly lose, they lose inspiration, and you really want to keep that spark alive. So you want to find ways to get them at their level. You want to get to their level and build them up.
if they're playing their own decks, like offer to let them play one of yours.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If they offer to play their deck, swap decks. I've done that several times with players who, because I think for new players especially, they think, oh, well, this deck's really expensive and it's just so much more powerful. The deck wins no matter what. Let them sit behind it and be on the other side of it and try and figure out how complicated it actually is to play. And they'll be like, oh, this is not just an automatic win. Like the deck's actually really complicated. I do that fairly often. I'll be like, people ask me to play a deck, and I'll be like, yeah, by all means, just please make sure all the cards are facing the same direction when you're finished. That's my only that's my only request. Please make sure all my cards are facing the same direction when you're done.
Right, because a good thing to think about is, like, I used to own a parrot, and it was the most annoying thing I had to take care of. To be honest with you, a parrot likes to bite, squawk, and everything. But when taking care of a parrot, and parrots are different from cats, or different from dogs. They have a different perspective. They're fight or flight, definitely. And you got to earn their trust, and in order to do that, you have to take your perspective from yourself and think of how you look in their eyes, right? These birds, and you got to try to find ways to interact with this bird, being this giant behemoth of a person to his little bird. And what I'm trying to get at is, when you're trying to teach a new player, you got to try to go through the eyes of a player who's never really seen this stuff before. Someone who's trying to learn. You got to treat them not like they're dumb. And sometimes the way we speak, we do that not on purpose. You want to treat them like you're learning with them. Sometimes, if you need to, like one thing you could try to do is get a couple precons, like new precons, and play them straight from the box with each other, because maybe your perspective needs to be at their level too, and that's a good way to do it. Because, like, if I had a precon and upgraded it, like Hearthroll, and Hillbilly bought the Blight deck, and I played the Blight deck versus Hearthroll, that might be unfair, because I might have more advantage on him because my deck's upgraded. So, like I told Hillbilly, if he wants to play his precon, I said I have a deck that fits in that category of a precon power that would be more equal to play with an upgraded deck. That's so Hillbilly can play with it to see the kind of power his deck has.
Oh yeah. Don't people, if you're teaching your friends to play Magic, don't let your friends play CODIS or Mill. I'm sorry, Hillbilly. I know that's really not directed at you. I swear it's not. It just so happens.
Yeah.
This, like, CODIS is a decking theft deck, right? Like, you're going to deck your opponent probably, because CODIS is going to get big and you're going to take all their cards. But it's also going to steal a bunch of stuff. And then Mill is just going to just mill everybody, and most people don't like being milled. It's going to get people targeted, and I think that's one of the things that that people don't understand the most. And I don't know if he's watching this, but Austin too, if you're watching this, you are the prime example of this. Every commander he plays, just like, well, we have to kill Austin 2 first, or this game is going to suck. And we joke about it. We tell him, we're like, do you just pick the most annoying commanders to play? Because he plays CODIS. He plays Kibo, the bear that turns all creatures into 2/2 bears.
Core says, laugh out loud. Friends don't let friends play CODIS.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just not a great first deck. I mean, I personally don't love it. Theft is like my Magic pet peeve. It tilts me so bad. But it's not a good first deck. I'm glad that it's not Hillbilly's first deck. I'm glad that Hillbilly has Mothman and Edgar, because I think those are much. I mean, Edgar's going to take people off, and Mothman is too. But CODIS is one of those decks that you really you will target the CODIS player. Like they have to go away, or the game is going to be horrible.
Well, you ain't played against my Necrons yet, have you?
I've not played against your Necrons. I've heard you mention it, but I've not played against yours. I have played against the Necron deck. It's actually a really cool deck. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of Necrons, and I like artifact decks. So I have not played your Necron deck, Hillbilly. I hope to in the near future, because I really enjoyed that precon.
Okay. It's pretty much precon still.
That's awesome. I've got some precons. Like if Tort wants, I know Tort's going to play some precon games when Turtles comes out. But if he wants to play some lower power games, I still have some completely unaltered precons that I would absolutely sit down and enjoy trying to play a game with.
Yeah, I got a, like I said, I got a core 2 deck that's fair to play against those decks. It's like a almost expedition, and it is core 2. Core MTG says, "Yep, there's going to be players like that. I love playing nothing but troll decks, group hug, mass mill, playing other player stuff, stealing player stuff. Ready to win and have fun."
Yeah, there's definitely those people out there, and that's fine. But like everybody has their own thing that they like to do. And that's awesome. I'm glad that there is such variety in the way you can play this game. I just, I'm of the mind that if you want to borrow, now spell table is obviously different because I can't just hand you a box to play my deck.
Right.
But if you want to play my deck, I'll let you borrow my deck. You don't have to steal all my cards out of my deck that I'm currently trying to play.
Right.
Like I'll just hand you the box and you can just play the whole deck.
Right.
I'm fine with it. Like I have no problem with it.
So when I do get to play my CODIS deck, you're automatically going to target me.
Yeah, don't put me in this game. Please don't. Tort, I'm not playing in this game against Hillbilly because I don't want to do that.
But it's an AI deck. You want to try it out, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't want to make Hillbilly feel like I'm targeting him, because I absolutely would, and I don't want to be that guy. So I will not play that night.
The AI deck.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I will watch. I will absolutely watch and have a good time watching and see how it works, because I'm really interested. I want to know, because the AI companies, they scrape their data from all over the place, right? Like we know they scrape Reddit, and so the information for AI to build a really cool deck is out there. I want to see if it works. I just don't want to be on the other end of it, because it would not be fun for me, because I'm going to get my stuff stolen and I'm going to get tilted, and Hillbilly's not going to have fun because I'm going to keep killing his commander and over again, and it's just going to be like half the table's not having a good time. Well, and I know this about myself. Like I know this about myself well enough to say I can say this and know that that's how it's going to be, and I don't want to ruin Hillbilly's good time.
Well, what if you're playing CODIS and Hearth roll together?
Yep. Have you seen the AI deck?
I've looked at it. I've seen your list. Yeah, for sure. And here's the deal. Here's the deal, Tort. If somebody at the table can steal my stuff, I don't care if I lose the game. I'm not going to get my stuff stolen. Right. So I'm just gonna keep my stuff from getting stolen, and it's going to cost me the game. And it happens all the time. It's just we all have those little things in Magic that like push the kind of needle us, and for me, it's getting my stuff stolen. Right. So maybe, I would just lose the game.
Yeah, but maybe I'm trying to steal your stuff. Maybe I'm not. Well,
CODIS, the commander says I want to steal your stuff.
Yeah. You like?
Yeah, and.
Yeah.
Game, really. When you do play it, I will watch, absolutely. I want to see, and then I've watched you play enough Magic at this point, because I watch you play a decent amount of Arena in the mornings when I'm getting ready to do the morning show. but I feel like that you'll pilot it well. So I do want to see it.
I'm gonna try because AI chose the cards. I just fed AI a bunch of cards and it made a deck.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
It was core. It is the Mortal Kombat gong. That is Tibalt's gong.
Tibalt's apprentice wins. Flawless victory.
All right, my friends.
Dude, I don't even understand the words coming out of your mouth.
Oh, that's an old reference, Tor. I don't know how many people get that, but I do. I do.
They're making a fourth.
I know.
I'm so excited. But anyways, we need to get out of here. Get off of here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for watching, chilling out with us. Let's see. If you want to check out Rayman,
Hey, look at Hillbilly turned his lights on and gave us the wave.
check out Rayman. His link should be popping up in chat. Hopefully, Hillbilly. If you like today's random chat and chill, we do this at least once a week. So hang out with us, chill with us, hit that like button, subscribe for the morning show at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we hang out. Tomorrow we're talking about game theory 1, 2, 3 utility conundrum. A conundrum is a problem to solve. But with that, yeah. Well, it looks like Hillbilly's link didn't want to go through, but Nightbot said Rayman's link was okay.
You don't like me no more.
It took a while for mine to. It took a while for mine to pop up though, so I don't know what to deal with. Nightbot's just having an off night, guys. It's Monday. Nightbot's like it's Monday, guys. Even the Nightbot, are on Monday. So
yeah, for sure. All right, let's get out of here, everybody. Thank you guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.